If they look at you like a 1-800 number, they're going to treat you like a 1-800 number. They're going to treat you like a transaction. They're going to leave you when the rates increase because they have no reason to stay with you. Hey, welcome to the Insurance Buzz. I am your host, Michael Weaver, and I'm flying solo today, and I'm going to be sharing with you 3 practices to implement in 2026 to increase the retention of your current customers. Now, why I want to talk about retention is because I have multiple conversations with corporate every single day. So carriers every single day, also agents every single day, sales leaders, district managers, partnering managers. It does not matter who I am talking with or what carrier. Right now, there is going to be a lot of emphasis and focus from carriers to focus on retention in 2026, because what has transpired over the last few years is a lot of new business written and it's going out the back door. And as an insurance agency owner, think about how to build your book of business for the future. If you are always focused on new business and letting it just go out the back door 6, 12, 18 months later, that is not a sustainable, profitable business. Most of you got into this for the guaranteed reoccurring monthly revenue. Monthly reoccurring revenue, MRR. That's why most of you got into this. Also, from a carrier perspective, carriers are going to make their money in the long run with customers that sign up and stay with them for an extended amount of time. And that's exactly why I want to talk about retention practices that you need to implement in 2026. And if you do these 3 things that I am going to share with you today, you will see your retention efforts pay off and you will start making sure that customers are with you for longer, that they are loyal to you as an agency owner, that they want to work with you, that they want to continue to do business with you. And here's the secret. It has more to do than just getting an additional line of production on that new business upfront P&C conversation. For years, that's all we've been told. Well, hey, we just need to make sure that we're multi-lining customers up front, and that's going to take care of our retention efforts. Wrong, because most people in the insurance space have adopted a transactional selling model where most customers don't even know what they're buying when they purchase it up front. And that magical $13 a month life insurance policy that you wrote on the new business P&C sales conversation is falling off when they cancel their auto policy in 6 months or 12 months because they were sold on price. And when anyone shops on price or buys on price, they leave on price. Ta-da! Therefore, we have a retention issue. You have a retention issue in your business, in the insurance space, because transactional selling sucks. And when you transactional sell, you treat a customer like a transaction. They're also going to treat you like a transaction. Therefore, I want to share 3 practices with you that if you implement in 2026 will help you. It will create a better customer experience. It's going to humanize you. It's going to help you build a relationship. It's going to automatically cause you to be different. It's going to force you to build relationships with your customer in a face-to-face environment, whether it's in person or virtual. You're going to surprise them throughout the year with things that they haven't received in years, maybe ever, from another insurance provider or agent. Yes, it is the little things that matter. And that is what I'm going to share with you today. So retention, number 1, the number 1 thing that I want you to do in 2026 to increase the retention of your customer base is you need to start meeting with your customers. More specifically, I'm going to recommend that you meet with your top 200 customers at a minimum. These are the customers with the highest premium in your book of business that pay 80% of your bills. 80% of your revenue, more than likely for most of you, comes from your top 200 customers. This is a non-negotiable moving forward. And I'm not talking about phone appointments. Phone appointments do not count. You have to have the ability to humanize yourself, build a relationship with the customer face to face. So this means that you are either having in-person appointments or virtual appointments. This is a non-negotiable in 2026 with what's coming down the road with AI and robotics. And I'm going to do a completely different podcast episode on your future as an insurance agent in a world of AI and robotics. But right now in 2026, I want you to be focused on retention. More and more carriers I'm hearing are going to incentivize retention. They're going to penalize you for not having certain retention rates. This is multiple carriers I've talked to, multiple agency forces. This is a problem. This is a huge problem that has to be fixed moving forward. You have to have the ability to have certain processes, because that's what we're talking about, in your office that help establish relationships with your customers to where they're not leaving you in a volatile rate environment, regardless if your rates are going up or down, it does not matter. So, top 200 customers. This is a non-negotiable. Other individuals, if you're looking for easy appointments, and this is something we teach in Weaver Sales Academy. We have a trademarked appointment conversation called the Financial Foundation that anyone that works with us at Weaver Sales Academy automatically gets from start to finish. Not only is it the conversation and how to lead the conversation, how to talk to customers that are going to not only help with retention, but also are going to help drive production in the financial services arena. So think about annuities, think about investments, think about big life insurance cases from start to finish. So not only do we teach the sales conversation, we teach from start to finish who to even target, how to set that appointment, how to qualify the lead, how to get into that appointment, and then what the follow-up process looks like. This is what I'm talking about. So top 200 customers, another easy customer segment is going to be your homeowners. So every single month, most of you are going to have homeowners that renew. Calling them a month in advance to set an appointment to review their upcoming renewal, coverages, changes, things of that nature. That's going to be the other segment that I encourage you to meet with over this 2026 time period. So your top 200 customers and all of your homeowners. And you're scheduling in-person or virtual appointments to make sure that you are establishing that face-to-face connection. We're just not calling about discounts. We're just not calling to review coverages. Like, we are establishing that we are humans. We are peers. We live in the same community. We have similar commonalities. That we are their neighbor, that you're a person just like them. You're not just a person on the other end of the phone that they look at as a 1-800 number. Because if they look at you like a 1-800 number, they're going to treat you like a 1-800 number. They're going to treat you like a transaction. They're going to leave you when the rates increase because they have no reason to stay with you. They have no relationship. They have nothing in common. They have no reason to be loyal to you. You have to go above and beyond moving forward to make sure that you're doing everything you can to retain as much business as possible, and meeting with your customers is going to be one of those things that is vital to you and your success moving forward as an insurance agency and producer moving forward. So meet with your customers. Period. Call. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, how have you been? Build rapport. Hey, the reason for the call today is we're just going through everybody's policies. We found that we haven't met with you in a long time. We want to meet, to catch up, get to know you a little bit more. Most important, just to find out that nothing's changed in your life and all of your coverages are adequate to where if you ever have a claim, you're going to be covered. And we want to make sure that we're saving you as much money as possible. When is a good time in the next 2 or 3 days to put on the calendar to either come into the office or have a virtual appointment? That's your message, or that's your conversation, or that's your message to the customer. So that's your conversation with the customer. If you call them and they don't answer the phone, hey, Michael, this is Michael from your insurance agency. Had a quick question for you. Please give me a call back as soon as possible. So short, sweet, to the point. That's how you set an appointment. That's how you get somebody to call you back. So, appointment. This is number one retention strategy in 2026. Next, I'm going a little old school with these next two. I guess appointments are kind of old school today in 2025, 2026. I can't believe that because I think that's an absolute must as an insurance agency owner. I hate to even say that it's old school. But this next one, handwritten thank you cards. Handwritten thank you cards needs to be a thing in 2026. Yes, that means you actually writing out a card. None of this like we're just gonna have the same generic card go to every single customer that's already pre-written for us. Oh my goodness. Customers know this. When I get a handwritten thank you card in the mail and it looks like it's printed, it's not actually pen, I'm sorry, but that just doesn't go as far as somebody actually getting a pen and writing me a thank you card. I know as a business owner that, they just teamed up with an ad company that they pay to just send out these predetermined thank you cards that are all the same to every customer. I'm sorry, that just doesn't mean much to me as a consumer. And I can't feel that I'm not the only one out there. So I want you to implement a process in your agency to where every single week you are sending out thank you cards to your renewals, for example. You're sending out thank you cards. It means at the 5-month mark, you're sending out a thank you card. At the 11-month mark, you're sending out a thank you card. I like to do this on auto renewals and homeowners renewals as well, or fire renewals. But every time there's a renewal, I'm going to send a customer a thank you card, 5-month, 11-month, 17-month, 23rd month. Like this is a process. When you write their business, you're sending a thank you card. Handwritten thank you cards, no one gets anymore. It is super old school, but it means a lot. Think about when you get a handwritten thank you card. Think about this. What do you feel about that business or that person that sent you a thank you card? If you're anything like myself, I'm like, wow, this is incredible. This means so much. They took time out of their day to actually write a thank you card to me. That's an incredible feeling as a person. That strikes an emotion in me that doesn't get struck very often. And I know this is super old school, but it is the little things that are going to differentiate you and your business and your agency moving forward in the world we live in. And it's these little things that you're going to have to double down on that make the biggest difference in your business, in your agency, and to your customers. How are you different? How are you unique? If you're not unique, you're weak. If you're not different, you're going to lose. This one little thing by writing thank you cards at the 5-month. And why is this at renewal time before they get their renewal? Because they're getting a handwritten thank you card before they get their renewal in the mail, which means if their renewal increases, they got a thank you card before the renewal increased. Do you not think that they're going to think back on that thank you card and be like, I know my rate increased, but man, I'm going to give them a call and at least let them try to save my business. Or, hey, you know what? It's just a few bucks. Who cares? Like, they're different. They care about me. They took the time to write a thank you card. I've never received a thank you card from an insurance agent. This is retention, the second retention step process I want you to implement in your business in 2026 that I guarantee you will make a difference in driving your retention rates up, which means you are holding on to more of your current customer base. We all know it is easier to hold on to customers than it is to go out and acquire new business. Much more profitable. Lastly, birthday calls. This is the third retention practice and process I want to share with you. Meaning that someone in your office actually calls and wishes your client a happy birthday. Yes, we're going back to early 2000s, 1990s, 1980s. I want you to call someone in your office. A process is every single person that has a birthday that day or that week, you are calling and you are wishing them a happy birthday. Not a text message, not an email, not an envelope that you purchased through your carrier. You can do that too. But actually calling and making the effort to wish your customer a happy birthday. And if they answer the phone, maybe talk to them for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. You never know or understand that you may be the only person that day that calls them and wishes them a happy birthday. This used to be everything that I just went over, by the way, were all retention practices and processes that we had in our office. And I can tell you this one thing right here, the birthday calls. We would have people every single year that would be waiting for our call, and they told us this because we were the only person that called them on their birthday. Do you think any of those customers ever canceled? I can answer that question for you. That's a no. Now, I'm not saying every customer we called and wished a happy birthday, they stayed with us forever. But the ones that I'm talking about right now that appreciate it, that would wait for that call, that looked forward to that call, that expected that call, and I know they're typically a little bit older generation, they did not cancel. They just didn't. Because we went above and beyond. We were the only insurance company that they'd ever had that did this. And I believe that the younger generation is going to appreciate this as well. In a world that moves so fast, in a world that doesn't show emotion, in a world that is just get it done now, you as an insurance agency owner or an office are taking the time to actually call your customers and just have a conversation, not to sell them anything, not to ask them for anything, just to wish them a happy birthday and see what they are doing to celebrate their big day. That's it. That's the process. Are you embracing AI in your business? Are you afraid of potentially getting left behind? Make sure, if you haven't already, book a call with us at Agency Coach AI. The reviews have been incredible. We are the most advanced AI software solution for you as an insurance professional, giving you and your team the ability to get live grading and coaching on every single call. Doesn't matter sales call or service call. How about the ability to role play full-blown sales conversations, taking the awkwardness, the weirdness, the shame out of the peer-to-peer role plays that aren't that effective? How about the ability to have amazing reporting that's going to give you more data than you've ever had the ability to have as an agency owner? If you haven't booked a call with us at Agency Coach AI, make sure you click the link below. Other than that, let's get back to the show. These are the 3 practices. These are the 3 processes that if you implement in your business and in your culture in 2026, I can guarantee you, mark my word right now, there's not many things I will guarantee, but if you do all 3 of these, your efforts will pay off. You will see the retention of your book of business increase, which means more of your current customers are staying with you. They're not shopping you. They're not leaving you. They're staying with you because they're more loyal to you, because you're willing to do the things that others aren't willing to do in today's environment. When most insurance agents and most businesses treat customers as a transaction, you're going above and beyond. You're building relationships. You're having conversations that matter. You're writing handwritten thank you cards. You're calling them on their birthday. You are doing the little things that make the biggest difference. You are doing the things that are going to make you different and make you unique, and that is why you will win moving forward. Because you are creating an emotion in a customer that they haven't felt from another insurance agent or business in a long time. And that emotion that you create is why they are going to stick with you through thick and thin. That's why they're going to continue to work with you even though their rates are going to gradually increase as time moves on. Because you do the little things better than everybody else. You don't treat the customer as a transaction. You treat them as a person. You treat them as a next door neighbor. You treat them like family. You build a relationship with them. That is what's going to make you different. That is what's going to make you irreplaceable. And that's what's going to increase your retention of your book of business in 2026. I get fired up about this. I do get fired up about this because we are in the relationship business. We are not in the business of just slapping crap on customers, getting them in, and then letting them leave. You're in the business of changing people's lives. You have the most noble profession in the world. You have the ability to build relationships with customers. And that's what I want you to focus on in 2026. As always, time and attention is by far our most important asset. I appreciate you tuning in with me today. Go out and make it great.